Hi, welcome to a special episode of Movie Time with Matt and Derek. I'm Matt Lyons, joined alongside Derek Terrell. And today we are talking about our predictions for the 98th Annual Academy Awards. Derek, are you excited for the Oscars?
Yeah, always a fun watch. Sit down, maybe get some popcorn, maybe a glass of champagne, maybe feeling fancy, and yeah, it's
If your film wins, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Fun time. This is the second year that Conan O'Brien's going to host. I'm stoked about that.
Yes.
I thought he killed it last year. The Dune sandworm bit was hilarious. Look forward to seeing what they have got going. I really hope that they kind of go back to showing clips for the nominees.
Me too.
They only do that for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Academy, if you're watching this, and I know that you are, please look at the 2020 ceremony for the 2019 films. You guys nailed it. Go back to that for me, please. Every movie fan will thank you. Pretty competitive year. I think there are some films that we both kind of think are shoo-ins that will certainly win. There's a mystery, and we'll talk about in a bit. It's an ongoing race. People are miles ahead, and then they twist an ankle and they start to come back.
Right.
So let's get right into it. Let's start with actor in a supporting role. For nominees, we have Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and then we have Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. Derek, who do you think is going to win Best Supporting Actor?
Right. During these episodes, I always struggle to separate who I want to win from who I think is going to win.
Right.
I have a very hard time with that. So many great performances here. My prediction that I had was Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. I think that the nuance of that performance, I think that the way that his body acting is, and the complexity of that character and the way he portrays it is so strong. The one thing that I could see holding it back is a lot of it comes in the later half of the movie, where some of these other performances are just simply more. But I do think that the extent that he goes with that and where he goes with that character is enough to get him that Oscar. That's what I think.
Yeah, young actor. He seems like a really nice, humble person, so it's nice to see someone like that win. Clearly have a fantastic career in front of them. He did win, I believe it was a Critics' Choice for Best Supporting Actor, so there is precedent. He's certainly in the race. Earlier on in the race, before the Golden Globes, there was a lot of talk about Benicio del Toro. Initially, there was a ton of talk about Sean Penn, and then Benicio del Toro kind of jumped over him a little bit in the race. And then Delroy Lindo received a nomination seemingly out of nowhere. I don't know if you remember, but To Five Bloods from about 5-6 years ago, that film was totally snubbed. And everyone thought for sure that he was going to be nominated and could possibly win, and he was shut out. So this is very much a makeup award.
Right.
Wasn't really a ton of buzz about him in Sinners. It seemed more likely that Miles Canton could get that nomination.
Right.
But I'm super happy for him. It's well deserved. He's great in the movie, and he definitely should have been nominated before. But I think Stellan Skarsgård is going to win Best Supporting Actor. He won the Golden Globe. Very much kind of a career win, not to disparage or lessen his performance at all. Great actor, been a great actor for a long time.
Yeah.
Patriarch of a great acting family, the Skarsgårds.
Yes.
I think this is the right performance. It's the right time. I think that he's going to pick up the win.
I'd be very happy with that. Yeah, he's phenomenal in everything he's in.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan of his, so I'd be very happy.
Potential upsets, it could go to Del Toro or, out of nowhere, depending on how the campaign goes. Could be Delroy Lindo, but I think Stellan Skarsgård's got it.
You think Sean Penn's out of the race?
He's never out of the race,
Right.
But he's won 2 before.
Yeah.
Personally, I think from what I've seen and what I feel like his performance is the best. I think some people were kind of put off because it's so over the top.
Right.
But I feel like he walked that line perfectly because it was over the top, but he was terrifying.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he calls someone a mutt, and he grabs it, and it's a great performance. It's funny, it's scary, it's pitiful, it's everything you want.
It's pathetic.
It's pathetic. It really is.
Yeah.
But I think Stellan Skarsgård's going to win.
Okay.
and I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Old, and, no, sorry, I don't mean to call Stellan Skarsgård old, but older generation versus younger generation. We'll see who kind of wins between those two. Next up, let's talk about actress in a supporting role. We have Elle Fanning, Inga Ibsdottir Lilias. I apologize, I'm sure I butchered that. Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
This race, I feel like it really could go anyway.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good performances in here, all kind of even across the board. Amy Madigan, I feel like she's kind of the fan favorite in a way.
Yeah, definitely. Like that would be. I would love to see her win for
Absolutely. Her
Weapons.
performance-
That would be my preference.
Yes.
Would be that she wins. She was so good, and the different makeup she had to wear, and the wigs and everything. I mean, she was so good and so terrifying, and the way that she talks to that little kid is like so creepy. And yeah, that's the type of movie that would like give me nightmares if I watched it as a kid.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
what I mean? And it's like because of her.
Little clown wig going on.
Yeah.
The movie like kind of hinges on her performance, and she
does.
knocks it out of the park. Her husband, Ed Harris, has been a very famous actor for a long time. She was nominated for an Academy Award a long time ago. I want to say over 30 years ago. And so this is the comeback story that the Academy loves. They love when an actor maybe kind of goes away for a while or kind of isn't in the spotlight, and then they come in with a knockout performance that kind of floors everybody. Sean Penn, someone like that, he'll deliver incredible performance. He disappears, and it was like, oh, whatever happened to him? Sean Penn, and then he delivers like an incredible performance. It's like, oh, that's why he's one of the greats.
Right.
I think Amy Madigan could win it. The Academy has a bias against horror. It was excellent that she was able to get the nomination in the first place. I think the potential, I don't want to say upset, but upset here could be Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. Her screen time, even though this is a supporting role, it's very limited. She's only in it for a small part of the movie, but she delivers such a powerful, impactful performance that basically every review that I've read says, I wish we saw more of her.
Yeah.
So that kind of works in her favor
She
because
was so good, just so dominant. She dominated every scene that she was in.
So much so that like when the movie continues, you're like, whatever happened to her?
Right.
Can we go back to her?
Yeah. Right.
So I think it's down between these two.
Yeah, and she, because of that, like she leaves such a presence throughout the film, like even when she's not in it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's gonna come down to those two for sure.
I think I'm gonna give it to Amy Madigan.
Me too. That's what I had. Yeah.
We'll see if she can win. Either way, definitely hope to see more of her in the future.
Yeah.
They talked about maybe doing an Aunt Gladys prequel.
Oh.
I don't know if I want that, but I definitely want to see more of Amy Madigan. So if that's the way it's going to go, then bring it on. Next up, we have writing for adapted screenplay. We have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. This one, I think it's really down to two. I think it's down to One Battle After Another and Hamnet. We'll definitely be talking about One Battle After Another a few more times. I think it's between these two because Hamnet for a long time was the front runner, and then One Battle After Another just totally dominated.
Right.
I don't think there's any question that Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win Best Director in Picture. He could kind of do the trifecta like Sean Baker did last year and get writing, directing, picture. But because Hamnet, it is beloved, I think there's a chance that they give Hamnet the Oscar for adapted screenplay.
I could see that happening as well. I think Frankenstein was amazingly written. I think that the dialogue's great. I think the pacing's good. But yeah, I think it's either going to go to Hamnet or One Battle After Another. I do.
I'm gonna say One Battle After Another.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll edge it. I think it will. I think it'll get it over the line. I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah. It's so interesting how one of the greats like Paul Thomas Anderson, he makes these incredible movies. Everyone's so inspired by him. Some of the greatest films ever made. Never wins an Oscar, and then in 1 year he can go from 0 Oscars to potentially 3 or 4.
Right. Yeah. We'll have to see.
Crazy. Do you want to list off the original screenplay?
Next up for original screenplay, we have Blue Moon, written by Robert Kaplow. We have It Was Just an Accident, written by Jafar Panahi.
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 I'm not sure.
Okay, all right, and among other collaborators. We have Marty Supreme by Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie. Sentimental Value, written by Eskil Vogt and
Go with Vought.
Joachim Trier. And finally, Sinners, written by Ryan Coogler.
I didn't look at the names before
I
I
just
handed that
butchered
off
a
to
ton
you.
of that. Yeah,
I didn't be like,
sorry,
oh, I'm gonna give
yeah.
him this one.
No,
as
yeah.
soon as you
Yeah,
got to,
I'll give you.
it was just an accident.
Thanks,
I'm like, oh,
thanks,
sorry.
Matt. Yeah. Hey, do you want to take this one? Sure, Matt.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Who do you have winning for original screenplay?
I mean, I think it's probably going to be Sinners. Is my thought there. I think
Totally.
Marty Supreme, it will definitely be a contender. But I really think it's going to go to Sinners. That's
100%.
my pick.
I think this is almost a lock.
Yeah.
The other films are great. They have a
Yes.
lot of buzz behind them, but Sinners has a lot of steam. This is a sole award just for Ryan Coogler, someone who's never won an Oscar, but has kind of been in the conversation at other points. I think it has to walk away with something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to win some of the bigger categories, so I think Sinners is absolutely going to win original screenplay. Not to mention, it's such an original idea.
Yeah.
And the fact that Ryan Coogler is like so much at stake in this, or he put so much into it. Also, there was a lot of buzz. People were predicting whether or not this was going to break the Oscar nominations record, which was tied between Titanic, La La Land, I want to say Return of the King. 14 nominations. There's a new category this year with casting, and people were like, oh, because of casting, Sinners is going to break the award with 15.
Right.
Well, to shut those people up, it got 16 nominations. So even without the new category, it still would have beaten the record.
Yes.
So the fact that, I mean, that's huge in and of itself, that it's a record
Yeah.
breaker.
It's going to be walking away with something.
It's got to walk away with something. And I think original screenplay is the one to do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Some more difficult names coming up. Do you want
Great.
to read
You know
this
what?
one or pass it off?
No, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it. Next category we have is production design. Firstly, we have Frankenstein, production design by Tamara Deverell, set decoration by Shane Viehu. Oh, that's definitely wrong. Hamnet, production design Fiona Crombie, set decoration by Alice Felton. Marty Supreme, production design by Jack Fisk, and set decoration by Adam Willis. One Battle After Another, production design Florencia Martin, set design Anthony Carlino. Sinners, we have production design by Hannah Bleachler. Set decoration by Monique Champagne. Sorry for the mispronunciations.
It's the way of the road. Some of these names.
Yeah.
It's nice to see so many different names, and it's not just like
Yeah.
Ben so-and-so and Jim
Right.
so-and-so.
No, I love it. I love it. And I hope that I can hear their names excellently, correctly
pronounced
pronounced when
correctly.
they win.
As long as John Travolta's
I'll
not
say-
presenting, we should be good. For production design, who do you have winning?
man.
I think it's down between two.
Yeah, I mean, Sinners the production design was amazing, but Frankenstein, I mean, Hamnet too. I don't know. It's hard to really settle it down. I think if it were up to me, I think the production design of Frankenstein was amazing, from the costumes to the sets. Specifically, like the set decoration is what I think, like, because it's tricky with like production design and set decoration. Being a part of this, because it can be two different things. And the set decoration of Frankenstein, and it was phenomenal.
I think it comes down to Frankenstein or Sinners.
Yeah.
I think this kind of goes alongside costuming award.
Yeah.
I think Frankenstein will probably beat out Sinners.
Yeah.
But I do think it's going to be close between
Yeah.
the two.
My pick was Frankenstein,
Yeah.
my final one, but I think it's going to be close between those two. And yeah, I mean, we'll have to see, but it's definitely not going to be it's not a blowout in this category.
No. For cinematography, we have Frankenstein by Dan Lauston, Marty Supreme by Darius Khondji. Apologies if I mispronounced that. One Battle After Another, Michael Bauman. Sinners, Autumn Durald Arcapa. And I think that is it, unless I miss it. And Train Dreams by Adolfo Veloci.
You're much better at that than I am.
thank
feel
I put so much pressure on it. This, I think that this really, again, comes down to two. I think it's going to be battle between One Battle After Another and Train Dreams.
See what you did there.
Yes. Train Dreams is a beautiful, beautiful film. Isn't really shown in a ton of the other categories. It kind of got nominations here and there, nothing for any of the acting awards. But this is a film that it definitely leads with the cinematography.
Right.
When it first came out, people were really praising it. So I think it has a chance. However, the scale of One Battle After Another, in terms of the film and also the literal IMAX scale, it's kind of a showstopper. That River of Hills, I think if they do show clips of the Academy and you see all these beautiful films and then you see that chase sequence, everyone's going to be like, well, how can you go against that?
I think One Battle After Another is going to win.
Yeah.
I think not. I mean, that's a sequence everyone's going to talk about, but throughout the film, the amount of oneers where you're just following a character through like this whole situation, and the way that it's kind of told that way is so much fun, and it encapsulates the chaos of what's happening, and it totally enhances the performances. Not only because you're seeing more of it, but it also shows how good these actors are, that they can do so much in a dynamic scene in just one take.
Right.
And yeah, I think One Battle After Another is gonna take this category.
I agree. All right. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but in terms of like lumping together sound design and score, I think score, Sinners is going to win. Sound design and video editing, I think F1 will probably take that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think that there's too much competition in that category.
Yeah. One Battle After Another, the music, that like repeating tone throughout it, it kind of started to annoy me. But I was all right, I get it now. I was like, it's so like it's so persistent, and they like repeat it so many times. But no, it was good. I liked it. It was just like, all right, yeah.
The person who did the score for that, I think it's Johnny Greenwood, actually from Radiohead. He did the score for that.
Yeah. No, it was excellent. And I think that's kind of like, it was supposed to kind of like get at you after a while, and it's kind of symbolizes a lot of like the one battle after another of it. And like that. And it was always like when people were walking that it would get boosted up, and you would just hear that like repeating melody. And I was
all about the tension. In terms of back to the main acting categories.
Yes.
We have actress in a leading role. Nominations are Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for A Song Sung Blue, which was a surprise nomination, Renate Rensby for
maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
You said it, Rensby.
Yeah.
Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone for Bugonia. I've never stumbled on that until today. Emma Stone, she's 2 Oscars in. There was a lot of buzz for this film, that she could get a third. People are praising it. A lot of people are very upset that Jesse Plemons didn't get a nomination for Begonia. And despite Emma Stone's performance in this, I don't think she's going to win. I don't think she needs to win for this. I think that it's most likely going to be Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. She's kind of the focus of this film.
Yeah. Yep. She seems to be the front runner from a lot of the talk too.
Between the Globes, the Critics' Choice, we've yet to see the SAG Awards. That's really going to be key.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's far and ahead the front runner.
Yeah.
It's great to see Rose Byrne nominated for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. She again also like the focal point of that movie. In I think just about every scene in the movie. The fact that Conan's hosting might be fun. That people weren't necessarily sure if she was going to get a nomination, but after winning the Golden Globe, she did, and I'm so happy that she did. I think it's between these two, but most likely it's going to be Jessie Buckley.
That's my pick as well.
Yeah, kind of not that competitive of a category.
Right.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about actor in a leading role?
Yeah, actor in a leading role. We have Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent.
If we had taped the show a couple weeks ago, I would have said Timothée Chalamet's the front runner. Personally, I think it should go to Leonardo DiCaprio, but I think Timothée Chalamet's going to win it. However, there's the race is getting really interesting. It's getting really heated. Marty Supreme, as well as One Battle After Another, were both lumped into the comedy category of the Golden Globes. Timothy Chalamet beat Leonardo DiCaprio. But for the drama section, Wagner Moura won. So that kind of boosted his chances a little bit. In addition to that, just a few days ago, there was an article posted, essentially of a terrible situation that happened on the Safdie brothers' first film, Good Time. I guess it was mentioned, or it was known a few years after that due to a lawsuit, but it has just reappeared. The Safdie brothers, they did Good Time, Uncut Gems, and then they split off. Benny Safdie did The Smashing Machine, which was shut out of most of the awards, and it seemed like Josh Safdie kind of won by having all these nominations. However, the hit piece is aimed right at Josh Safdie, saying that the misconduct that took place on set, he was in charge of it, he was directing. It seems like somebody very strategically gave this article to the trades to kind of tank this movie's chances.
Right.
And I do think that it could hinder Timothy's chances. He has been the front runner. We haven't seen SAG yet, but between the Critics' Choice and the Golden Globes, he is ahead. He's had a really interesting campaign, you could say,
Right.
because starting last year, he received a Golden Globe, and he was giving a speech that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
He was talking about how he wants to be one of the greats,
Right.
which I think some people were like, yeah, absolutely, you should strive for greatness.
Of course.
Other people were like, settle down.
Right.
You're not even 30 yet.
Right.
And it's weird when some people feel a certain way when you kind of bring a competitive energy to the arts,
Right.
because that's not what it's about.
Right.
But some people
Because
feel that
like
way.
Bradley Cooper's been criticized, like
Yeah, he didn't have that attitude.
No,
He's just like, hey, I
no.
like my movie. I connected with it well.
Right. Yeah.
God, we got to get him an Oscar sometime.
Yes.
But between that, he's since changed his tune with his recent acceptance speeches. He's appeared to be or been very humble, very gracious. But between his attitude in the beginning of it, which he's now kind of saying he was kind of in Marty Supreme character of
Right.
wanting greatness and dreaming big,
Yeah.
which, again, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, actors are a big part of the Academy, and they're gonna vote with how they feel. So between the recent controversy and the way Timothy kind of promoted the movie, which was effective because the movie made a lot of money, I don't know. I still think he will probably win, but I feel like this race was a lock a couple of days ago, and it has been thrown into a total tailspin.
Right. I mean, we could even potentially even see Michael B. Jordan, come out of nowhere, and because his performance was amazing. I know we do, there is the kind of bias towards horror and things like that, but he was amazing in playing the smoking stack, and
Yeah.
I could see him coming out of nowhere and snatching it if
Then you
it's
have
up in the air.
Ethan Hawke, he
Yeah.
also very much in the race, an incredible actor who's done great work for decades, never really been recognized to this degree.
Yeah.
And there was an interview that Timothy Chalamet made where he's like, I've been doing incredible performances for like 8 or 9 years. I don't want to take it for granted. I don't want people to take it for granted. People were like, look at Ethan Hawke or Ralph Fiennes or Willem Dafoe,
Right.
who've been acting for decades at the highest level and haven't won an Oscar.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a good actor. He does a great job in Marty Supreme. But this race, I think it's down between Timothy Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Wagner Moura.
Yeah.
I think Timothy ultimately will win. But I would keep my eye on DiCaprio and Wagner Moura.
100%. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Chalamet.
Yeah.
I don't think this will slow him down.
Nothing can stop him. It's Marty Supreme. The new award, casting, I think that's going to come down to either Sinners or One Battle After Another.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Sinners is, both films kind of are an ensemble. With One Battle After Another, you have a bit more like star power with DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Teyana Taylor, Regina Hall. But Sinners, you have stand-up performances in that as well. The only edge that One Battle After Another could have is that Paul Thomas Anderson, he uses a lot of like non-actors, and so like some of the police officers in the film are actually police officers.
Right.
The incredible interrogation scene in the high school with that
Yeah.
military man, he actually has experience as an interrogator. So that could
It
kind
did
of
feel so real, didn't it?
it
Yeah.
absolutely did, and it's so effective. They both have great casts. I think it's kind of a toss-up between the two. Given that it's the first first time this award is being presented, I think because One Battle After Another is going to win a lot of the bigger awards, I think I'm probably going to give it to Sinners.
Yeah.
Not that it is a consolation, but I feel like it kind of is. So,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I think it'll go to Sinners as well.
but I wouldn't be upset if it went to One Battle
No,
After Another.
I could see that one going either way, but
Yeah.
I do think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's interesting because both movies have key roles that are given to really like young actors. You have Chase Infinity, who wasn't nominated for One Battle After Another. Great performance, first time in a role that size. And then you have Miles Canton, who I believe this is his first performance ever because he's primarily a singer for Sinners. So I don't know. It's kind of neck and neck with these two, but I think ultimately Sinners. I'm going to put my money on Sinners.
There you go.
You want to list off Best Picture? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think you got
I think I
Picture
get
over
Best Picture
Yeah.
because the printer ran out of ink. Best Picture. We have The Secret Agent, Bugonia, Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, F1, Sinners, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sentimental Value. What do you think is going to win Best Picture?
I'd love to see Sinners win. I really would. Man, it's really hard to separate prediction from what you want because I really want to just back them to win it. But yeah, I could see it going to One Battle After Another. But my pick would be Sinners.
I think Sinners isn't out of the race.
Yeah.
The only one, I mean, there's 10 nominees. It's a lot of movies to pick from. A lot of people were upset that F1 got nominated.
Yes.
It's like, that movie was terrible. But given the craft that was put into it, and Joseph Kosinski, it made its way and is a Best Picture nominated film. I think Sinners could win, but I think it's 95% chance going to be One Battle After Another. People have been saying it's a movie of the decade. It's a movie of the 21st century. It is a very, very timely movie, given some of the subject matter in the film of what's going on in this country. So I think that gives it a substantial edge.
Yes.
And also, Paul Thomas Anderson has never won a Best Picture before.
Right.
You look back and you're like, well, There Will Be Blood should have won. And then you remember that it was up against No Country for Old Men. And you're like, it was a bad year, Paul.
Right.
But I think PTA is going to win Best Director, and he's going to take home Best Picture as well.
Yep, I agree. I think, like you said, there's so many. The movie's amazing, but then there's also so many things externally that are going for him, like that you listed, and I think the stars are going to align. But yeah, I think I'd like to see Sinners take it, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, we will see. That's kind of all of our major categories here.
Yeah.
Hoping for a fun ceremony.
Yeah.
Hopefully no major drama during the ceremony.
Right. No G.I. Jane jokes.
No G.I. Jane jokes. Stay away from those.
Yes.
Will not end well.
Yeah.
And those are our predictions. Thank you for watching Movie Time with Matt and Derek. Watch the Academy Awards. See if we got our predictions right or if we were just dreaming under the sunrise. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode.